after working with you, I think one thing that really impressed me was that you used hands-on activities in an extremely effective way. Sometimes those exercises can be distracting if they're not done right, if they're done too often, if they're too, patronizing. But what I learned after working with you is that you really know your trade, and you use those interactive activities extremely purposefully and also strategically and successfully. So I was extremely, I keep using the word extremely, just impressed with how well you orchestrated the retreat, and then also the details that you sent us after the retreat. I've already recommended you to a bunch of folks, including other people that facilitate, and I've held you up as an example as an effective facilitator. Why we reached out to you, what we were dealing with is we have this collective impact initiative, Pennsylvania Statewide STEM Ecosystem, and we were struggling with decision making and governance structure and egos and tension between not moving fast enough versus moving too quickly. And we really needed an outside person to help us work through that. So that's why we reached out to a facilitator. Why we reached out to you specifically was because you came highly recommended by so many people. We did have an interview with you. We were really comfortable and enthusiastic about how you would approach this. And then what we really were hoping to get done by the end of the session was to create a calendar, have a decision-making process, have the template for a governance structure, but also to sort of reestablish trust and goodwill among the leadership team. So the process of working with you was fantastic. And it was really wonderful because you were really available. You scheduled enough time to go into depth. I teased you often that you were becoming our therapist as well as our facilitator because you were very, very interested in and intuitive about some of the issues that we were facing. So you spent a lot of time, hearing about some of our overarching long-term challenges, listening to us describe current challenges, and also made yourself very available to not just ourselves who are facilitating the facilitator, but also to the entire leadership team. You allowed them to contact you if they wanted to talk to you individually. You sent out a survey, sent them the results of the survey. What I think was very, very professional and extremely successful was the way that you used integrative hands-on activities. So again, often when not used properly, they can be a distraction in a professional development or in a retreat. But I think you did them so well that I have taken a lot from that. And in my own facilitation, I feel that I've learned from you about how to balance things. I think you also did an incredibly good job of balancing, listening, letting people feel heard versus just going down the rabbit holes and getting nowhere and, just being taken totally off course. The fact that you were able to successfully complete everything in the time we had was great. Your summative poem was phenomenal. People were blown away. Probably in 10 years, it'll be commonplace, but right now it was just amazing. So I have recommended you to people, both in terms of the quality and the thoroughness and the just accessibility and the pre-work, and also in how effectively you facilitated the retreat, as well as, your follow-up material since then. Even this is a great idea. I'm going to use your video idea all the time.